What is up, and welcome to Real Advice in Relationships. I'm your host, Keisha, aka Author K.O. Sterling, and I want to thank you for tuning in to the podcast. As you're enjoying today's episodes, please rate this podcast, share this podcast, but most of all, download the podcast episodes. So sit back, turn up that dial, and enjoy this Southern girl share some real advice in relationships. Hey guys, what is up? This is your girl Keisha, aka Author K.O. Sterling, and I'm back today to do another podcast episode. I hope that today's episode finds you well wherever you're listening to it, whenever you're listening to it. I hope that this finds you well. I want to apologize in advance. I'm a little bit raspy, okay? I got some sinus stuff going on, I guess. I don't know. But I'm just dealing with some stuff right now, okay? So just bear with me. So if you hear me clear my throat, I'll try to edit it out, but just in case, hey, today is my upload day, okay? I'm doing the best I can with what I got. But at any rate, let's go ahead and jump right into it today. We will be talking about money and looks matter and why money and looks matter, okay? Now, money and looks matter. Today's episode is definitely inspired by a Facebook video that was sent to me. Many of you guys may have already saw the Facebook video. It literally went viral this week. And in that video, you had this woman that, a black woman that had went on to this talk show. This guy, he's a self-proclaimed relationship expert or relationship guru. And that's the cool thing about the internet. You can be whoever you want to be. You can be whatever you want to be, right? People won't know the difference if you talk a good game. But at any rate, the woman went on to this talk show and she talked about how, well, she wanted some dating advice. She wanted to know if she where she would go to get like somebody who earns, what she earns, if not more. She earns 6 figures, right? She's a business owner. And she dated, I don't want to say down, but she dated people who did not make what she make, because she could get somebody that you can get somebody that not make what you make, and they're not a financial burden, okay? But in her case, she got people who wanted to be put on and they weren't financially stable, okay? So for that reason, she wanted to get a high earning man because she was a high earning woman. And the man told her, based off of how she looked, she was average at best. And it was so crazy, the psychological setup of the question, because he said, what do you rate yourself as? And so it's not, even though he's being attacked, and some people feel like he deserves the filth, and they've been giving it to him for real. They've been dragging him through the filth. But the truth of the matter is, she rated herself, and he built off of her rate of herself, which is in the middle. She rated herself a 5 out of 10, right? And so he basically capitalized the conversation off of her not thinking that she was pretty enough, right? Or that she was just okay. And the truth of the matter is, when you making money moves, money make anybody look different. And, you had a lot of people telling her, there are a lot of people in a lot of different comment sections, depending on where it was posted, that she should just settle and, she needs to date somebody who makes less than her and be happy with that, this, that, and the third. Why she can't get what she wants? Why she can't date somebody that she wants to date? Because the truth of the matter is, money and looks matter. But I think that that's more ingrained. That's more ingrained specifically depending on what subgroup you're in, particularly the Black community. But I really do believe this woman could be able to and would be able to get a high earning man. Now, will the man look like her? Who knows? He could look like her, because there are 6-figure men that would date someone. And she was not an ugly woman, okay? But the guy who was running the show was saying that since she was a single parent, it'll be different if she had like a boatload of kids and a whole bunch of different baby daddies. Like, when you start adding stuff onto that, that's when the waters become murky, okay? Because she could have easily been a divorcee, right, of one child. But apparently the father of the child, that is kind of murky, I guess. I don't know, just assuming off of something that the commentator said. But I hate that narrative is so wide and so vast, right? That you cannot get somebody who is also high earning. I think that women have to open up their options, and they have to open up their minds. If you want somebody that's high earning, you may have to step outside of your group if you can't find it in your own, in order to get what it is that you want. Okay, I believe that you attract what it is that you give out. Okay, you attract that energy you give in. And she wanted to know where she should find. Well, actually, she didn't want to know that. He said, you don't even know where to go and find those types of men, those high earning men. And honey, all she had to do was holler at Real Advice in Relationships. I would have told her how and where to go to find the high earning men, because they are plentiful out here in these Rona streets, okay? Everybody is not doing bad because it's a pandemic out here. I promise you, everybody is not doing bad. But at any rate, I feel like I am rambling. I have rambled too long. I want to talk about why money and looks matter. Money and looks matter because in the United States, capitalism is king. And our monarchy makes money plenty different ways. And one way in particular is that it capitalizes off of projecting narratives and imagery that you must look a certain way to be appealing. You must be super thin, or you must look like the beautiful actresses in the movies, or you must look like a Instagram model to get the good looking guys with all the trimmings. And it's so weird because when you go through life being overlooked in your circle of friends because you were the smart friend, you were the loyal friend, you were the quirky friend, or the funny chick, you fit all the descriptions except the cute friend. It's easy to get lost in those, right? Those different narratives of I'm not good enough. It's easy to get lost in the sea of rejection. Psychologically, a person who doesn't feel good about themselves can be good for capitalism. You know why? Because if I can convince you that you're not physically appealing, my aim would be to project you into, let's say, the beauty line. So you can spend $200 or $300 or more at the beauty counter in rotation every month. You can max out your department store cards being the sharpest person in the room. You can spend money buying expensive things to increase your appeal. Spending money like this to feel beautiful will keep the advertisers and other master manipulators rich, and you in the imaginary room of acceptance with those you want to keep company with. They also make wicked money from plastic surgery. And might I add, they make insane money when you become depressed and anxious because you can't keep up with how you're supposed to look and what the world says you're supposed to have at this stage in your life. Okay? So now you making a visit to the doctor and he's having to slide your prescription for that depression and anxiousness, and you end up in another financial line set by capitalism. It's the pharmaceutical line. And you know what? That's a bit deeper than I feel like going today. But as we close out, in this woman's case, I hate that she went on to that show and got humiliated in that way. I hate that she was told that she was average at best. I hate that she was told that simply because she had a child and she was a certain tone or she was dark skinned or brown skinned or whatever her tone was. I hate that she was told that she couldn't get a high earning man because she was a high earning woman herself. I hate that she was told that. And to be honest with you, I think that is just simply small thinking. One thing I know for sure, I have my own hang-ups, as we all do. We're human. There are 7 billion people on this planet. Somebody on this planet, I think many somebodies on this planet are here. You can make it, you can be compatible with quite a few people, okay? That make what you make and want what you want. I think that we get so stuck and we limit ourselves. I wouldn't, it's good to be realistic, but hey, I think big. So maybe I'm one of those far-fetched people myself, but I just hate that she got humiliated in that way. And I hate that she was told average. And I hate that she went on to that show and her feelings of not being good enough and not being pretty enough. And being who she was not sufficient enough in a relationship. And even though she was a high earner, that still wasn't good enough. I hate that all of her fears were confirmed by going onto that show. I hate that all of her insecurities were sealed and stamped with the world approval of telling her that she was not pretty enough. Oh my God, that hurt me to my core, okay? And she was not average. She was just viewed as average. So, this whole situation is why money and looks unfortunately matter. Until we talk again, you guys, it's your girl Keisha signing off. Peace, guys. Bye. Hey, guys, be sure to go to my website, klsterling.wixsite.com/I'm enough. That's klsterling.wixsite.com/I'm enough. There you can find links to all of my social media platforms, shirts, books, and did I mention I offer free ebooks? Yes, when you go to my website, klsterling.wixsite.com/I'm enough, click on the ebooks link and it will take you directly to the free ebooks that I offer. I look forward to seeing you guys there. Bye.